Alright, y'all. So I decided to start with some banded kickbacks. I want to work on some glute and hamstring activations because after this I moved into some more exercises to work my glutes and hamstrings. I don't know what the resistance is on that green band, but the green band is like in the middle. There are 5 bands: green, red, blue, black, and purple. But the green one's right in the middle. But anybody that's ever worked with bands knows that the further that band is stretched out, the more resistance you get. So I'm actually having to work harder the further my leg is back. So, and here I had to really, my balance on that side is not that good. My balance isn't very good overall, to be honest, when I'm on one foot. That's something I'm working on. I filmed this. Let's see, this is before I fixed my squat form. So I filmed this, it's gotta be now like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I know y'all are behind me. So sorry guys. But yeah, so even now my squat form, my kickbacks, my balance is a little bit better because like I said, I filmed this a couple of weeks ago. I had to move that out of the way because it was getting on my nerves. But I will say this, my glutes, they tend to respond quite nicely, or at least, I like the way they respond. That's probably because I don't know, for a long time I neglected the back of my legs. And then that led to an imbalance that I didn't like, an imbalance in strength. I could do certain things but couldn't do other things. By the way, just a tip, imbalances in your body aren't good. You can often get hurt like that. A lot of times when I see people saying they get hurt, I notice that they work one part of their body way more than the other part of their body. Like they'll work the upper half, not the lower half, or the lower half and not the upper half, or the right side more than the left, etc. You can hurt yourself like that. It's not healthy to do that either, because putting on muscle mass more in one part of your body than the other part of your body actually can tax your heart improperly. So your heart is trying to pump blood where it needs to pump blood to, but one part of your body requires more blood than the other part. You get what I'm saying? So always be cognizant of that when you're working out, to try to keep imbalances to a minimum if you want to avoid injury and overall be healthy. Because even if you're not injured, that doesn't mean that you're healthy. Or, I know everybody's not at their healthiest, but yeah. So in these, I really was concentrating on squeezing my glute. That's why I'm not bringing my leg as far forward. And I was doing some faster reps as well to kind of raise the intensity up a bit. Really, to be honest, to be more efficient in this, I should have been supersetting this with something else. Here lately, to make my gym time be more efficient, I've been supersetting more, trying to focus on supersetting more. This is where I tried this exercise, and I really like this exercise. I'm gonna get some foam to go around the bar though. I'll show you guys why. But this is where you put the bar on your hips and you do weighted bridges. Put the bar on your hips. And I found that this really worked my glutes really well, really quickly. Like I was able to feel it. And I've done these before with just a dumbbell on my hips. Whoops. Now, I will admit most people hold the bar. I found that was uncomfortable for me, and it was causing, like, I don't want to say pain, but just uncomfortableness in my shoulders if I held the bar. So what I tried to focus on was just putting the bar in the middle and, making sure the bar stays balanced and bar doesn't fall. I had that one bobble, but now you see I got it. I didn't have it quite in the middle at first, but I find when I don't hold the bar, I don't have the uncomfortableness in my shoulders. And I was such an idiot. I thought that wasn't gonna hurt if I left the bar on my shins. Yep, nope, it hurts. I don't have any meat on my shins. It's like all bone. So, but here I think I went to go get some 10s. That bars are 45. So this will make it be 65 pounds. So I don't know how many reps I did, but I did however many reps for 45 pounds. I've never done this exercise with a bar before. Like I said, I've done it with the dumbbell before, and I think the highest dumbbell I ever did was 25 pounds. So this is but I wasn't when I was doing it with 25 pounds. I was doing more volume work. I was doing a lot more reps. Like if I had 25 pounds, I was doing 20 reps, 25 reps sometimes. But here, I'm not really going for volume. I'm going more for just building the muscle and going for strength gains more than just volume. Really taxing the muscle, because honestly, when I do volume, my muscles, it takes a lot of reps for me to get taxed with a low weight. So here, I'm just getting the weight situated. See, I tried to do a rep and the bench slipped. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work because you need your bench to be still. I shouldn't have been on the wood. I should have been back here to begin with. So I put the bench on the foam part of the floor. Readjusted the camera. Go get the bar. And now the bench won't move. So now I can do reps and not have to worry about my reps being compromised by the bench moving. Because honestly, when I get into a groove mentally of doing reps, I really try to connect with the muscle group, and any little thing where it throws me off, it throws my mental game off. See, I tried to hold the bar here. Nope. I started feeling the pain in my shoulders again. But you see, I was cheating myself right there. I went all the way up. Before, I wasn't contracting and going all the way up. And that's what I mean when I mentally try to think about what I'm supposed to be doing. And I noticed I wasn't contracting my glutes fully. Now I'm getting tired. You'll see I'm not really holding at the top like I was. But believe me when I say my ass was on fire after that. And that's not even that much weight. So I can't imagine how much this will work or help when I go up in weight a little bit. But I'm going to take my time and do it slowly. Here I was going to go to Romanian deadlifts to work my hamstrings and my glutes some more. But I'm just too flexible to do that on the floor. The weight kept hitting the floor. When I do Romanian deadlifts, I like to really get a good stretch at the bottom on my hamstrings and my glutes. And I'm pretty flexible. So, like I said, the weights were hitting the floor. So I was like, okay, let's get a 45-pound plate. And I stand on the plate. And that'll elevate me about, I think that plate's 2.5 inches or so. I don't think it's quite 3 inches. But it's more than 2 inches. I know that much. So, that's why I'm standing on the plate here. Because that way I can come all the way down the way I want to. Without the weight touching the floor. So when I do these, I tend to do them pretty quick. And what I'm really focusing on is squeezing my hamstrings and my glutes to lift the weight. I'm not really using my back very much at all. I don't really feel Romanian deadlifts in my back hardly at all, because I've learned how to really connect with my glutes and my hamstrings and use that to, now granted, you're going to use your back a little bit just because of the nature of the movement, but that's not where I'm focusing on. It's not like a deadlift per se. Even in deadlift, I focus on lifting the weight off the floor with my legs first, and then the top half of the movement is more back. So even deadlifts for me, when I get done with deadlifts, my legs are shaking and my back's pumped, and so. But for these, I don't really feel it in my back, especially with what I had on there just a while ago, because that was just 10 pounds. Iris. That dog's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know what I just put on there. It looks like 25 pounds. So now I have 35 pounds on each side, I believe. For Romanian deadlifts, I don't know what my max is. I usually try to work until I find a weight that when I do 10 to 15 reps, I'm really struggling on the last ones. When I find a weight like that, that's, you know what I noticed in this clip, guys? My freaking delts are like, they're not where I want them, but they look much better. They look much better. My triceps are bigger as well, too. I don't work biceps that much because they grow fast. If I work biceps fast, my biceps grow entirely too quick. But that was the first muscle I was ever obsessed with, so that's probably why it's like that. But yeah, look at the lighting on that. That's actually decent. And the lighting probably makes it look better, because when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't really notice it. But anyway, I also like Romanian deadlifts because they help work my grip as well. Tax my grip. I've been trying to work on my grip a lot. Okay, let me explain this. This is the most pathetic part of this video, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm leaving this in, and I really thought about editing those out. What I'm working on is being able to retract my scapulas, and those look horrible. They look absolutely horrible. But I'm leaving it in because I said on this channel I wasn't going to be like, you know, all the workout channels, everybody's already like basically looking fabulous and or being super strong already. Like nobody ever shows like how they got to that point or whatever. So my channel's not about that. My channel is about my road back to being a lot healthier, because I used to be a lot healthier back in the day, and then some stuff happened and I fell off the wagon, and now I'm back on it. But yeah, so don't laugh at me too hard at these. Now I will say this, I'm much better at these now. Like I can tell you my scapula is like barely retracting, and I'm just like struggling so much. But but I mean, you know, you gotta start somewhere, right? Like, I'm gonna get these pull-ups together, y'all. I'm gonna get these pull-ups together, because I have just allowed my back to just like, I mean, my back's okay as far as rows, deadlifts, stuff like that, but pull-ups, I'll be honest and tell you, I've never been a pull-up girl. I've always struggled with them, always. But I'm determined to fix that now, so at least y'all get to watch me do that. But yeah, that's pathetic, like I said, but I guess I'm bold enough to leave it in the video. But as you see, I'm working on just regular deadlifts here. I had did rack pulls the week before, and if you notice in my right hand, my grip's failing. My right hand is weaker than my left. Can y'all tell my pinky's like almost off the bar? But it's all good. I do notice improvements in my grip. Like all these sets of Romanian deadlifts and these wannabe scapular retractions. Usually my grip would not hold up the way it's holding up. And if you remember a couple of videos back, by the time I had worked up to 225, I was I could barely hold the bar before it dropped. The Iris, she's gonna drive me insane. She's got her toy back there, or her chew toy or something. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can hear it and it's driving me insane. I don't even want to do these things, but I know they're gonna help me with my back strength. So, oh god, that's just horrible. It's horrible. And by the way, I don't know what I weighed when I filmed this, but right now when I'm doing the voiceover, because I'm doing the voiceover 2 or 3 weeks later, right now I weigh 222, so that'll give you an idea of I'm not very light, not very light at all. So like I said, me doing a pull-up is not like when you see these people in the gym doing pull-ups and they 100 pounds. No offense, but you should be able to do a pull-up. If I was 100 pounds, I could do a pull-up. Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, if I get on the pull-down machine, yeah, I can do 100 pounds easy. Like, it's not that my back is weak, it's that I'm heavy. I'm just heavy. So when I see bigger people doing pull-ups, it's more impressive to me, you know, because that means that you really have functional strength to be able to pull that amount of weight. If you're anything over 200 pounds and you're doing pull-ups, that means you have the functional strength to be able to do that. And that means your back really is strong. I mean, you know, but you know, like I said, these little 100-pound people on YouTube doing 45 pull-ups, you should be able to do that. You don't weigh anything. But yeah, so I can't remember how much weight this is on the bar right here. I think I did work up to 225. I'm almost certain I worked up to 225. Here lately, I've been putting some strict standards on myself for what weight I warm up with, and also what I have to work up to at least a certain weight. See how I'm able to hold that at the top? And if that's not 225, that's 205 or something like that. Like I said, I really can't see the plates well because the rack is in the way. And I can't remember what I put on it. This is another reason why now I've incorporated writing down in my workout journal the weights that I'm using on my workouts, because it becomes this thing where I forget what I'm doing. But I know right there I'm adding 15-pound plates. And before this, I added 15-pound plates. So, it's just I can't see what's in the middle. I can't see if those are 25s or what, 10s, what. I can't see nothing because the rack's in the way. And I'm fighting with these weights because people have been dropping the weights and tearing them up. And the weights are like kind of cheesed in the middle. So, yeah, I have to work that on there a little bit. But it's all good. When I was doing these deadlifts, the heavier sets, I will admit that I was getting lightheaded, which that happens. That's, you know, you got quite a bit of blood coursing through you. I don't know what I'm listening to. I'm dancing. I don't remember what I was listening to when doing this, but I'm always dancing in the gym. Like, that's why I like being in the gym by myself. But yeah, I was getting lightheaded, and now Chris is gonna come me out so you guys can hear him in the video. But yeah, I had to, I was really lightheaded on that one. Really lightheaded, which leads me to believe this is probably 225 or more. It could be more. Like I said, At least I have to get up to 225 at least. But if I go above that, then you know that's great. But yeah, I was surprised at how well my grip held up because it was just a week before that I worked on rack pulls. Like when I was unable to, see, I can hold that now. I can lock it out and hold it. Before I could barely get the lock out before I dropped it. So here you see me doing some rotator cuff exercises. I absolutely have to do these before I bench, especially. I also do them before I do any type of shoulder work, whether it's overhead press, dumbbells, any of that type of stuff, because I've injured my shoulders before. And if I don't do this stuff, then I run the risk of injuring my shoulders again. And also I'll start to feel pain, especially in my left shoulder. So yeah, I make sure to work out my rotator cuffs. That's a 10-pound dumbbell. It's not very much. I've actually worked up from there because when I started doing these, I was just using a 5-pound dumbbell. And believe me when I say you will feel this if you do them and you really concentrate on each rep. Not going too fast, but I'm not going too slow either. But by the time you do, you know, I try to do 15 reps or so. Chris. I don't know why when I do voiceovers, the cats and the dogs and everything just seems like nothing wants to be quiet and leave me alone. But when I'm not doing a voiceover, I can't pay them to come over and come play with me. No, Chris. We can't snuggle right now. No snuggling. So anyway, I decided to warm up with 65 pounds. I believe that's 65 pounds. I don't think those are 15s. I think they're 10s. Like I said, this is just a warm-up set. I don't really count the reps on these. I'm just kind of going for a feeling. I just want to start feeling the muscles getting warm. I kind of lay there and try to stretch out, but I still try not to take too many breaks in between my sets because I'm trying to keep blood in the muscle. And I'm also trying not to waste time in the gym because I know when I do bench, I rarely ever superset anything. I really try to focus and concentrate on bench because it's my weakest lift. And it's the one that my chest seems to be, I'm not saying it doesn't grow or it doesn't progress, but it's a stubborn part of my body. It seems like I really have to really beat chest up to really get it to respond. Whereas other parts of my body aren't necessarily that resistant to responding. I also think for years my triceps were just never really strong enough as well, and triceps are very important in bench press. Your triceps can actually hold you back, whereas your chest is strong enough, but your triceps aren't. So that's something else that I've been working on more, is tricep work, stuff like that. Because I'll be honest, I was in love with my biceps, but triceps I really didn't care about. But your triceps are actually bigger than your biceps, so you should, to have a nice balanced proportioned arm, you should work on it. That was 135, I believe. And 135 is my max right now, and I kind of been stuck there at a plateau, but I'm going to fix that. I'm going to do more dumbbell presses, more bench press, just really work on it. So here I wanted to work on my back, so I decided to do some ring rows. And if you look, if you say, well, she's not straightening her arms all the way out, yeah, you're right. I'm trying to keep tension on my back, When I straighten my arms all the way out, my back isn't contracted at all. So like right there, my back's not contracted. And then now my back's contracted. So I don't go all the way down. I'll be honest and tell you I'm struggling with this. Because I'm not that good at ring rolls. I'm not that good at things where I have to pull my own body weight. Which I'm trying to get better at that. I want to be better at being able to maneuver my own body weight. I think calisthenics is very beneficial to health and overall movement. And then I decided to do some bicep curls with the bar Iris. I decided to do some bicep curls. You can kind of tell I was kind of tired. My form isn't that great. I'm kind of rocking a lot. Usually when I do bicep curls, I'm usually pretty stable. I mean, I've seen other people rock more than that or swing more than that, but yeah, I was tired. My back was pumped and my legs were shaking and all that, but I figured I could do a little bit of bicep work because I don't want my biceps to lag too far behind, even though they're a muscle that grows pretty quickly for me. Because I promise you, like, if I work my biceps for 2 weeks, I notice like quite a bit of progress. I hardly ever work my biceps, to be honest. Maybe like once a week. Because I'm telling you, if I work them too much, they get big, and then my triceps look crazy. Like my triceps look, you know. So I'd rather work on triceps a little bit more than biceps. So here I'm putting the bar up, and I'm trying to remember what I do next. Let's see. Apparently I changed my mind and decided to do some more biceps. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of the workout, guys. Man, thanks for watching, and till next time, I will see you guys later.